always tell myself not to do this, but I threw my bait in before even turning the cameras on and hooked up on my first striper there of the evening. It's a nice little fish. I was actually coming out looking to keep one, so this is perfect size. I think it's probably about maybe 24 inches or so, perfect eater size. Slam this Yo-Zuri Hydro Minnow right in tight to the beach. Apologize for not having the camera on, but hey, you get to see the fish at least. So I'm gonna throw this one in the ice chest and then we'll get back at it. Looking for a big one today. Hopefully one a lot bigger than this. There we go, there's another one. There's another fish. I really need to get a big one today. Oh, it just came off. All right, not bad. No biggie. Probably about similar size to the last one. One out there in the ice. All right, it's taken care of. Now let's go look for a big one. I figured it's fitting for me to come out here at night. I don't know if you can hear the waves behind me lapping on the beach. You definitely can't see them, but they're there. So we're out here at the beach at night. I feel like this is a night fishing mission. I should do my narration at night just to fit the theme. So anyway, pausing on day one, just to give you a little bit of backstory. Haven't caught a couple fish already. My mission in this video was to catch a big striper. I haven't caught a big one in a while, and I felt like I just need to put the time in. So this was my 3-day, hit it hard, back to back to back, you know, just to see if I can get one. So anyways, as you've seen already, I've already put a couple fish on the sand. The sun is setting, but really the action is just starting to begin. And let me just start by telling you, you're gonna see quite a few fish in this video. Because the lighting's not great, I can't do a lot of narration, so if you don't like talking, you just wanna see fishing, or you just wanna see fish, this is definitely the video for you. But before we get to that, let me quickly thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Blue Eddy. And filming at night is really tough. You know, I'm definitely not a professional photographer or videographer by any means. So especially at night, my footage is a little crusty, I have to admit. But with the help of this Blue Eddy portable power station, I brought out the full setup to at least make this narration somewhat viewable. So without further ado, let me show you the full setup we have here. So to start off, here's the Blue Eddy AC70 1000 watt or 768 watt hour portable power station. It's hard at work already. What I brought out here with me today are several items to make this night a little more enjoyable. One, I got this space heater to keep me warm. As you know, out here in the Bay Area, it can get really cold, especially out on the beach. Number two, I have this light that's helped me film this footage. And in addition to that, I brought this electric burner out here to make myself some hot chocolate. I brought some milk and some chocolate goodies in there to make myself a little drink to keep me warm this evening. And as you can see here, it gives you nice up-to-date information. It tells you exactly how much power is being used via the AC output. So right there we're using 710 watts, and on the AC or DC output we're using 5 watts. So the light uses a lot less than the portable space heater, but we need this to stay warm out here. My hands are staying nice and warm. The great thing about this power station is you can charge it from 0 to 80% in just 45 minutes. So even if you're just scrambling last minute to get everything together, you can easily charge this thing up. And not only that, it also is compatible with solar power or solar panels. So if you happen to have solar panels, or if you'd like to purchase them from Blue Eddy, you can hook those up and stay powered out in the wild with basically unlimited power. Obviously we can't do that right now because there's no sun out here, but you know, if we're out camping or something like that, out where it's nice and sunny, we basically have unlimited power. So if you'd like to purchase one of these portable power stations for yourself, check the link down in the description. I'll obviously leave a little promo code to get yourself a discount on your order. Thank you to Blue Eddy for sponsoring this video. All right, back to the action. There we go, fish on, fish on. Oh, sorry, I didn't even give this fish a chance to fight. So, there it is. I literally got bit on the cast before this. Casted it back in there. Not sure if it was the same fish or not, but obviously, there you see it. That's the results. Really nice stripes down the side there. About similar size as the last one that we got, the one that we took home, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. It's his lucky day. Really gotta watch out for these trebles. can see there's one in the mouth, but there's also one that's totally free, so very easily could get you if you don't use pliers, but don't have time. Just gonna let this one go real quick here. Sorry I didn't get the fight on. Literally, I set the hook, kept the pressure on, and it was so close to shore that by the time I got the light on, he was already on shore. Quick release. There we go. There we go. There's the fish. Fish on. I don't think it's very big. There we go. Fish number 4. Wow, that's a really small one. Surprised he even went after the plug. It's almost as big as he is. Oh, it's keeper. Probably 19 inches or so. And never complained with a fish, but definitely not the size of fish we're after here. These are the kind of fish where you can lose your focus and get hooked. So always got to be on your, always got to be aware of what's going on. Get that hook out of there. Pop him back in real quick. Nice little fish. Send him back. There we go. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Yep, that's a big one. I saw the splash when it hit. It was a freaking big splash. I think this is definitely the biggest one. Oh no, just again. Oh man, why is this happening to me? Just spit the hook. Oh man, that was a big one. I don't know why that one came off. It hit, I set the hook, and I saw it thrash. I mean, it's dark out here, so you can't see a lot, but I saw the splash. You know, you could see when there's some whitewater out there, and it was big. And then it was running, you know, you got to see it. It was running, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, it just seemed like one head shake, and it was gone. I'm not really sure why these big ones aren't staying pinned. What time is it? Yeah, this is right about the same time that I hooked that big one in my last video too. Alright, well, we'll keep casting. Oh yeah, that one's big. That one's big. Another big one. Stay pinned. Okay, I think I got another big one. Saw some big splashes out there. This one feels heavy. Hasn't really gone on a run yet. I don't know, maybe not. The first one was running a bit more, but this one definitely feels heavy. Okay, there he goes. Oh, okay, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, he's right in the wash. Okay. I've lost too many like this. The hardest part is in the dark like this. I just can't see the fish. I don't know where he is. This one. Oh, I can see him now. I don't think he's as big as the last one, but it's definitely a good one. Yeah. Okay. We got him. There we go. That's a solid fish. Tape down. I know it doesn't really matter if it's official or not, but just practice for next year's morning fishing tournament. Alright, nose on the zero. 34, just shy, oh, right at 34. Nose on the zero, all the way down, right at about 34. There you go, 34-inch fish. Biggest one I've caught this season. Not quite the PB that I'm looking for, but definitely can't complain with this one right here. in there. The light seems to be picking up here. I don't know how much time we have left before it dies off, so we gotta get in there as quick as possible. This one hit like 3 times. I felt him slap it, and then I just kept my retrieve going, kept it going. He came back. Third time he finally got hooked. Not as big as the last one, but still a good fight. Probably another 24, 25 incher, something like that. Getting a little boost. Good quality fish. There he goes. Still looking for the big one. Another one, next cast, next cast, next cast. Similar size, I think. Not huge. Honestly, at this point, it's just about getting him in as quick as possible so I can get back out there as quick as possible. Right now, I don't even care if he comes off. With these little schooly fish, I'm always kind of hoping he just comes off. There he is. Another chunky fish. Like 28, something like that. Man, how did this guy even get hooked like this? It's a really nice fish, probably 28, 30 inches, something like that. Get him back. This is like the bigger ones are out there. I've always believed in this, I don't know if it's a myth or not, but I've always believed that having the headlight on, it scares the fish away when you're fishing at night like this. So that's why I've kept the light off until I hook up. So I just hooked up twice in a row, 2 casts in a row. And now this is 3 casts of no bite with the light on. Definitely, not definitely, but pretty suspicious. I don't know if you believe that myth, anyone out there, but you know, maybe it's not a myth. Maybe there's some truth to it. But anyways, we'll shut it off. If I get hit on the next cast without the light on, I think it's official. I'm just gonna believe in this theory from now on. I turned the light off and it literally hit on, like, I think it was the second cast after I turned the light off. I might have confirmed the theory there. Man, quality fish. They're not like your typical schooly size fish, you know, 22 to 24 inches. The last few that I've caught here, all above like 26 inches. This one's another, that one might even be the smallest of the bunch, but that's still a quality fish. Look at the stripes on that one, really clean stripes all the way down. Let's get this one back. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Putting them in and let them go. I don't even lost count now. That's probably 7 or 8 I think I've caught. Another one. Oh, let's pull some drag. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not quite as big as the 34, but I'd say that's all a 32 right there. Another one, really clean lines down the side. Beauty of a specimen. Gonna take this out very carefully so as not to puncture any arteries. Looking good. Oh man. You know the bite's good when we're just kind of chucking back these 32 inchers. I'd never fished on the East Coast for striped bass, but I gotta feel like this is kind of what it is like over there. More fish, bigger fish, good time overall. All right, still looking for that monster. Got another one to go. I don't think it's super big, but also not super small. I also had one other really good hit that was only on for a couple seconds before it popped off, but it's good to know there's still some fish in there. This is another one, another schooly sized fish. See if we can get him There. Popped off. 24, 25 inch fish. Going back. Here he goes. Oh, huge blow up right in front. Oh my god, he just smoked it right in front of me here. I'm not really sure how big this one is, but oh my god, I just saw a huge splash right in front of me here. Honestly, I saw the splash before I even felt the bite. That one's probably, oh shoot, look at how fat that one is. That one's probably close to 35, probably 33, maybe 34, I don't know. Let's get him a measure. Alright, look at that fatty. That one's got a belly on her for sure, but big old head. Smoked it right in close, man. This was an awesome hit. Like I felt a bite, and then I just kept my retrieve going. It didn't get hooked the first time, kept it going, and then my bait was right up against the shore, and I saw the splash in the water before I even felt the bite. So that fish probably hit it as I was like skipping the bait back onto shore there, but man, really solid fish. Throw them on the measurement real quick. You can see the nose on the 0 there, all the way down. Almost 34, not quite, but still a solid fish. All right, let's get it back in the water. Well, to say the bite's been good would be an understatement. I don't know, I kind of lost count, but I think I've caught close to a dozen, if not more so far. No giants yet. I think the one that I lost might have been the biggest one. We'll never know for sure, but the night's not over. Let's see if we can get back in there and see if there's any more. Definitely got some weight to him. Definitely got some weight to him. Oh, there's a good run. There's a good run. There it is. Come on up. Oh yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. Honestly, thought it was bigger than that, but can't complain. That's probably 31, 32 inches, something like that. Really solid fish. Honestly, kind of getting old at this point probably for you out at home, but tough to get tired of catching striped bass like that. That one, I don't know, I never really went on a big run. A couple little runs, but I don't know why. That one just felt super heavy on the way in. I lost count, but we'll just say it's number 13. Man, quality fish. Maybe not. Oh, big run. Maybe it's not smaller. Maybe he was just coming in, didn't know what was going on. I swear at first it was just like coming in, almost like it didn't even know what was going on or something. Then once it got in close, it was like, oh, that's not good. Wow, big run. Okay. Good fish. Other one, probably like 32 inch or so, I'd guess. Honestly, based on that run he went on, I thought he was bigger. Oh, look at that fish. Solid fish. Oh yeah. What's going on here? Either this fish doesn't know what's going on or it's just not very big. This fish isn't fighting it. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. Look at that run. This is the best run I've got tonight. Okay. Yeah, he definitely didn't know what was going on at first. I hooked him and he was just kind of, okay, this is what we're looking for. I hooked him and he just had no idea what was going on. Oh my God, look at that. He's dumping my line. Yeah, this is a big one. This is a big one for sure. Stay pinned. Stay freaking pinned. Okay. We're gonna work this one. Work him in. He took out a considerable amount of line there, so we got a little ways to go. Oh no, he just came off again. Oh. I had good pressure on him and everything. Just spit that hook. That was a big one. That was the biggest one I've hooked. I really have no idea why they keep coming off like that. Had good pressure on him. Everything was going well. Went on a good run. A little bit of a kink in my line there, but that's not the reason that fish came off. But anyway, yeah, we survived that good run. We're working him in. Oh man, that is so demoralizing. Oh, I'm at a loss for words. Dang. That one was big. Definitely the biggest one that I've hooked today. Like when I first hooked him, I don't know if you could tell, like I didn't even have the light on at first, so you definitely couldn't see when I first hooked him. But when I first started fighting him, I think when I first turned the light on, it was just like coming in, but it was like it honestly felt like a piece of seaweed. And then once I got him in a little bit closer, then he kind of figured out what was going on, and that's when he went on that big run. Oh my God. Oh. That was for sure certified big one. Oh man. Not gonna lie. Morale is low. But can't complain. Especially with a fish on the end of the line. Why is it that this one doesn't come off, but the one that I really wanted to land had to come off? Well, this guy doesn't know it, but secretly hate this fish. That fight was quick. There he is. Really nice fish. Shooting off. On the next cast, another little one. Like I said earlier, I already lost count how many we're at, but I think we got to be getting in the 17, 18 range maybe. Well, unfortunately that's the gill of the fish, so this one's definitely not going to survive. We'll take this one home. And actually, technically this is the next day as well, so I don't even know how the regulations work overnight, but anyway, we're only going to take 2 fish home. This will be number 2. Nope. Coming with me, bud. Going to the dinner table. Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna sum up that little session in 3 words. It was devastating. We lost the biggest fish I've hooked in a long time. It was exhausting. I'm freaking tired. But at the same time, it was freaking epic. I think that's the best striper bite I've been on in my life, maybe ever. I don't think I've ever caught that many in one session. I think I caught 15, maybe 18, maybe 20. I don't even know. I lost count out there. The one that sticks out, unfortunately, is not the one that we landed, but the one that we lost. And the plan for today was to come out and fish until midnight. And at midnight, I said, okay, this is it. I'm going to keep fishing until I don't get any bites for a 15-minute span. And from midnight until now, it's 3 a.m., I got bite after bite. You know, I never had a bite window of 15 minutes or more. But on that note, it's time for me to head home, get some rest. I think I'm going to stop at the 7-Eleven and get myself something to eat on the way home so I can make it home safely. But the big fish still eludes me. I'll be back. This is honestly the first time in a while that my arms are actually sore from all the casting. Alright, a couple of good eating fish right there. Let's see, this one is 20 inches, and this one is 23. You know, someone asked me at the More Than Fishing tournament what the best way to cook a striped bass is, and honestly there's hundreds of different ways you can cook it. It's really, the meat is really moist, so it's very versatile on the different types of ways you can cook it. You know, you bake it, steam it, fry it, whatever. But by far the best tasting fish is in this size range. Anything from 18 inches, which is the minimum size, up to like 24 inches are by far the best. And I've eaten some of the big ones. I've eaten 20+ pounders, and it's not unedible, you know, obviously, and it's, you know, people eat them all the time. But as far as taste goes and texture, these size fish are by far the best. Can't get out of my mind that one that got away. It just fought so different from any of the other fish that I hooked. You know, and I'm using those plugs like I'm using, they're not topwater baits, but they're really close to the surface. I want to say they dive down maybe 1 to 3 feet below the surface. So anytime you hook a fish, for the most part, they go straight to the surface and start thrashing around. And even in the dark, you can see that splash. But that one, the big one, when I hooked it, it was like, I just knew something was off. It didn't go to the surface, like it was just almost just coming in right at the beginning. And then once it figured out what was going on, man, it went on a huge run. I mean, you saw it. So, I don't know how big exactly it was, but I think it was close to 40, if not over. So, anyway, we'll never know for sure, but we'll be back out there soon. There's a couple of nice fillets right there. Oof, almost dropped them. 4 solid. I'd say it's probably like, I don't know, 6 pounds of meat, something like that. Well, day 2, starting off on a bit of a tough note. Forgot my waders today, so we're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way. It's the way I used to go after them. Didn't even used to own waders. Good news is, jacket still smells like fish from last night, so let's go get him. This is the official walk of shame. What a difference a day makes. From 0 to 0 this time. Day number 3, we're back at it. Had a big decision this time. Wasn't sure if I should get back to the same place that we fished last night, because didn't catch any fish. But I just felt like the fish were there, I just wasn't catching them. I think the conditions were like just off. Something had the fish off the bite. So I'm back to the same place. And today, I did forget one more item. But this time, I got my waders. I just forgot my buff. Much less critical for a long night of fishing in the surf. So I'm gonna suit them up, throw on the boots, and get out there. There we go, here's the fish. No. There we go, here's the fish. Next cast. Next cast. Okay. Back-to-back casts, we got a fish there. First one came off, unfortunately. This one seems to be pinned so far. We can bring him up on shore. Good to feel the tug again after day 2 was a long grind of no action really. But we'll be back on the fish now, it seems. Feels like a decent fish. Definitely not PB material, but you can never really complain with a surf striper on the end of the line. There he is. Back-to-back cast there. That one stayed pinned. Probably about 25 inches or so, I would guess. Today, I clipped on my pliers on my belt, so don't want to mess around with the hooks. Get this guy unhooked real quick. Oh, dude, that could have been my finger right there. Oh, there, that makes it easy. Go on. See you next year, maybe. All right, we're on the board. Fish number 1. Finally, there's a fish. Man, it's been a long night. I don't even know, it's been several hours since our last bite. A lot of casting, obviously, not much landing, but we just got bit. And the tide just turned. So maybe, just maybe, things are gonna line up here. Bring this fish up on shore. Oh, man, good to see a fish on the sand. That's number 2 for the evening. Not totally lights out, but also not totally dead. There's definitely some fish out there. I'll tell you, it really pays to have a nice set of pliers on your hip. I know I don't typically do when I'm out in the surf. I just feel like I'm not organized enough, but I'm definitely going to try my best to start doing that. Especially when you're using a plug. There's just so many hooks out there dangling, and sometimes you really take these smaller fish for granted. But these are the ones I feel like that get you more often. Anyways, look at this guy back in the water here. On his way. Boom. And unfortunately, day 3 comes to a close, and it just didn't happen for me. But I did learn something on day 3. But I'm trying to actually incorporate this through all of my fishing and all of my videos. Is that when you fish a lot, especially as much as me, I'm sure there's many of you out there who've experienced this as well, it's really hard to get excited about, you know, those average type fish. So like, you know, I was catching striper that were like 32 inches, and it was just kind of like almost, you know, I wasn't that excited about. But if you think about it, that's a really nice fish. There's so many other people out there that would, you know, die to catch a fish like of that size. So what I'm really trying to start, or what I really tried to start doing on day 3, and then also just moving forward, is just like really appreciate all of the fish that you're catching. You know, anytime you catch a fish, it's a privilege. No matter if it's small, big, whatever. Especially like a striped bass in the surf, they don't come around every day. So, you know, it's really tough, especially how this video started on day 1 when I just caught like so many fish and so many big fish. It almost kind of jaded me for day 2 and day 3, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I'm hoping that I could convey that through the footage. That day 3, I was really just trying to appreciate every bite that I get, every fish that I could land, even if it wasn't that 40-inch fish that I was looking for. So anyways, that's a little life lesson, or fishing lesson, I guess you could say, that I learned from this little 72-hour mission. Even though I didn't get the 40-inch fish that I was looking for, I still learned something, and I still had a great time filming it. But let me end this by saying, or not end it, but let me continue that thought by saying, How could I come out to the beach, especially after those 3 days, and not fish it? I mean, the conditions right now look very, very nice. Anyways, let's give it one more last shot. Maybe the fishing gods will shine upon us tonight, and maybe we'll find a fish or two.